what do we actually talk about in these social media channels? So here are six great marketing conversations that a client will be interested in 2023 and why.
Yeah, let's go. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all things. I could do all things. Yeah, I could do all things. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all things.
So right now, at the time of this recording, it's December, just before January, and there's a big push. You probably hear it now: use it or lose it. By the way, you guys out there, I'm tired of hearing use it or lose it. I think whoever your marketing team is, if they say use it or lose it, they should be fired because and I'm probably going to get hate for this, but use it or lose it is like one of the most overused phrases that customers have turned a deaf ear toward it because it is not really relevant because everybody's saying it. So it's lost its significance, it's lost its value. So in terms of having those conversations, we want to talk about the why. We want to talk about it from the customer perspective. So in terms of flexible spending, let's talk about it from um, the end of the year. A lot of times it's winter graduations. I mean, that's the thing that happens. Or in the fall, in the winter, kids are home for the holidays. They're with their parents. They're still on their parents' insurance. And I mean, kids are great. They're smart. But in terms of their oral health and taking care of themselves, they still have a youthful mindset and they're not going to be doing that stuff. So instead of saying use it or lose it, have a conversation around home for the holidays and let's take care of that root canal. Because remember, root canal is around age of 16 to 20, depending on the maturity of the individual. Let's talk about root canals and how we can market root canals and getting them into the office for the holidays. Let's talk about that cavity that they have that they've been putting off because they had finals and they've just been dealing with stuff and they just put it off. Let's take care of that so it doesn't get any worse. Let's talk about that chipped tooth that somebody was using their tooth as a tool. And remember, don't open soda pop with your teeth. It's not designed for that. I mean, you could do it, but let's just say you'll probably be visiting the dentist at some point in the future. But talk about conversations around that. So, first conversation I would say is definitely insurance benefits. So, end of the year, talk about students, children, families, that sort of thing, not use it or lose it. Beginning of the year, talk about renewal of benefits. And you can piggyback that with some of the other conversations. So, I would talk about weight loss. Weight loss is going to come in terms of the advertising space January 1. So you're going to see all the ads for the gyms. Join our gym, become a better you, a new you, lose that weight of 2022, whatever the marketing gimmick happens to be. This is an excellent time for you to piggyback off of that as a dental practitioner or as a business that has something related to building a new you. And you can talk about personal improvements. You have a great body, but let's fix that smile or let's make that smile better. And so that way you can go into the conversation with your customers or potential customers and talk about things they can do for their great smile and why they should come in. This is an opportunity. You guys have those teeth whitening deals and options. Talk about the teeth whitening in January when someone has that new bod and they're building that bod for summer or those events, that wedding that's coming through. So I'm going to use that to segue into the next topic that you can talk on. And that would be, I would say, weddings. Weddings is another missed event in terms of just dental care and marketing and advertising. So typically, wedding events happened in Q2 or basically April, May, and June. But before that, you want to make sure that you're talking and you're communicating to the bride and the bridal party and the grooms and the best men and the groom's party such that they can have those perfect smiles that they want for those expensive pictures ready for the pictures when they're going on destination. Also, if there's any works that needs to be done, they can take care of that now before the wedding comes. So if they want to close a gap on their teeth, you can talk about that. You can make a funny ad about that, having that gap when they smile, whatever it happens to be. But that's a great opportunity for you guys to connect and to reach out to people where they are, not just saying, okay, your benefits renewed, spend money with us. It's, really. And then the other thing that we can talk about, especially around Q2, is going back to the graduations or students getting out of school and off their parents' insurance. So at this point in time, a lot of times students are graduating off their parents' insurance. They're going off to their first job, that professional job. They have their own insurance, their own package. They're adults. But unfortunately, because they are new to the game, they may not be able to afford the top shelf service. So if that's the case, if there's services that they need to get taken care of before they graduate from their parents' insurance, this is a great conversational piece in terms of your marketing that you can talk about to get some communication around the products and services as they pertain to that particular demographic. Because once they're gone, then they're gone. Let's go back to this know, like, and trust concept. They already know your family already knows you as a dentist. They like you and they trust you. At some point, when they graduate, they may be in a different area, different physical location geographically, and they may not be able to get to you. So at the very least, they'll be able to go somebody that they know, like, and trust and take care of that service right away. And then in terms of this section, I'm going to wrap this up with just major life events. So major life events can be shifting to another insurance product, and that can be as a result of a marriage. Again, we talked about people getting married. It could be a result of new jobs. He talked about new jobs, or it can be a result of a breakup. I mean, divorces are all-time high. So those persons are going to get their own benefits and insurance. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's, from a business perspective, it's still something that's relevant in terms of the conversation. So in those divorce scenarios, you're going to have individuals wanting to look their best to go back into society and become available. So, I mean, it is what it is in terms of marketing. But again, you're meeting your customers and your patients where they are. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts, your comments. Put them in the comments below. Again, if you have the opportunity, do that thing, smash that like button. All right, guys, I'll see you all next video.
Yeah, we came a long way. That's what the song say. And I can do all things.